The Midnight Passenger. What would you do if a stranger boarded your train at midnight and knew everything about your future? This isn't a ghost story. It isn't a dream. It's the terrifying story of a passenger who appeared on a train that officially had no record of stopping. Stay until the end, because the final minute changes everything. Before we begin, subscribe to Unexpected Stories and like this video. Your support helps this channel grow and allows us to bring you more mysterious stories every week. At exactly 12:03 a.m., Ethan stepped onto the last train leaving the city. He was exhausted after another failed job interview and carried nothing but a backpack and a letter he had never opened. The train was almost empty. Only 5 passengers sat silently beneath the flickering lights. The doors closed, and the train disappeared into the darkness. 10 minutes later, the lights suddenly went out. When they returned, an old man was sitting directly across from Ethan. The strange part wasn't that Ethan hadn't noticed him before. The strange part was that the old man's ticket looked almost 100 years old. The man smiled. "You're late," he whispered. Ethan frowned. "Do I know you?" "No," the man replied, "but I know how your story ends." A cold silence filled the carriage. Ethan laughed nervously, assuming the man was joking. He put on his headphones, but the music wouldn't play. Every screen on the train suddenly showed the same message. Next stop, midnight. There was no station called Midnight. The old man reached into his coat and placed an old photograph on the seat. It showed Ethan standing in front of a beautiful house with a smiling wife and a little girl. Ethan's heart stopped. "I've never seen this picture." "You haven't," the old man answered. "It hasn't happened yet." The train continued moving. Outside the windows, there were no cities anymore, only endless black forests illuminated by pale moonlight. Then another announcement echoed through the speakers. Passengers are reminded not to leave their seats during the crossing. Crossing? Nobody understood what that meant. A young woman stood up anyway and walked toward the next carriage. The moment she opened the door, the lights exploded. Everyone covered their eyes. When the lights returned, the woman had vanished. The door slowly closed by itself. Nobody screamed. It was as if fear had stolen everyone's voice. Ethan looked back at the old man. "Who are you?" The man sighed. "I've ridden this train many times." "What train is this?" "The one people board when they're standing between the life they have and the life they're afraid to choose." Ethan didn't understand. The old man pointed toward the unopened letter inside Ethan's backpack. "You've been carrying that for 3 days." Ethan froze. Nobody knew about the letter. Slowly, he opened it. It was from the company that had rejected him months earlier. His hands trembled as he read. "We would like to offer you the position." He had never opened it because he believed rejection was certain. One unopened letter had almost changed his entire life. The old man smiled. "Sometimes the scariest thing isn't the future. It's the decisions we never make." Suddenly, the train began shaking violently. The windows cracked. A massive bridge appeared ahead, floating above an endless abyss. The announcement returned. "The crossing begins now." Every passenger was forced to relive their greatest regret. One man saw the business he never started. Another saw the family he abandoned. Ethan saw himself growing old, still wondering what would have happened if he had simply opened one letter. Tears filled his eyes. "I don't want that life," he whispered. The old man nodded. "Then choose." The train reached the center of the bridge. Everything became completely silent. Then Ethan closed his eyes and said, "I choose courage." A blinding white light filled the carriage. The train disappeared. Ethan suddenly woke up sitting alone on an ordinary station bench. Morning sunlight touched his face. His backpack was beside him. His phone showed 7:12 a.m. There was no train. No passengers. No old man. Only the opened letter still resting in his hands. Months passed. Ethan accepted the job, moved to a new city, and slowly built the life he once believed was impossible. Years later, he married. Eventually, he had a daughter. One evening, while searching through old family photos, he found a picture that made his blood run cold. It was the exact photograph the old man had shown him on the train. On the back, someone had written 5 words in faded ink. "See you at midnight again." Now I have one question for you. If you were Ethan, would you have followed the old man or gotten off the train? Write your answer in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Unexpected Stories for the next shocking mystery. The